Hello YouTube. I know I haven't uploaded in a video in quite a while, so I figure it's about that time. One of our YouTube friends asked if I can do an update, so I will try to do a quick one. Um, since I really haven't done much to the layout because it's been hot. Where I live in Southern California, I live in the high desert, and it's hot in here in the garage. So if you guys can hear that background noise, that's the AC that I have on. But let's get to the update and see what I actually have done. So then I'll show you now. So since last time I uploaded a video, I did place the concrete floor inside this engine house. It wasn't there before. It was just the track and the building, but not the concrete floor. So I did place it in there. So now it's permanently attached there. So while we're here, I do have these 60-foot high cube box cars that I purchased. I have 7 of them. They are from Walder's. What is it? Mainline? Yeah, Walder's Mainline. And I have these 7 of them. Most of them are TBOX. There's a UP here and a Canadian National right there. I also acquired this engine right here. It's an Atlas Classic, and I put in a decoder, and now I have it in consist with this GP40 and that other GP40 there. They work fine together. They're all Atlas. Let's see what else. This one is I picked up at a train show that I went to. This one here as well. This one right here. I'm not sure if you can see that one right there. I also picked up from a train show, from the same train show. It's a Walder's. Don't remember if it was a gold line. I think it's a gold line. That one right there is a Walder's kit that I put together, and I picked up at that same train show. About $6 I paid for that one. For that one, that gold line Walder's, I paid about 10. For these right here, these two, I'm thinking I paid about 5 each. And for these right here, the 60-foot high cube box cars, I paid. They were on sale on Walder's website. I paid $20 for each of them. So thought it was a good deal. Also, let's see what else. Let's just walk around the layout and see what I have done. Okay, so here I installed the track down. I nailed it down. This I'm thinking is going to be some sort of a propane facility. As you can see, I have a little cheap tank thing that I have in place there for just for the meantime. But I'll probably get something better. I do have that structure there, right there, that I still need to put together. But I think it's too big for that location. But yeah, it's a propane facility for now. I might change my mind later. I will be putting in across some road right here, so the cars can cross over to the other side. Here I have, oh, this one, it's a dummy, Athearn dummy. I believe it's a blue box, I would imagine. I picked it up at the train show for $5. This one here, NW2s. These are Kato, made by Kato, and they are not DCC ready, and they were strictly DC, but I did install a decoder in each one of those. It's what is it? ESU Low Pilot, non-sound. They're tricky to install a decoder in there since there is no room. I had to mill the frame, but I was able to get a decoder on each of them, so I'm liking the way those run together now. Let's see what else. Up here, I did install a ESU Low Pilot on that one right there. It's a Kato. I had this GP35, that GP35, and this one, it was DC. That's when I purchased it, but non-DCC ready, so I had to hardwire a decoder on it. And originally I had a TCS decoder on it, but for whatever reason it would heat up, or not heat up, how would you call it, it would just stop. I believe it was because it was overheating. That's what I meant to say. I believe it was overheating, so it would just stop every, I don't know, 30 seconds, every minute. And I didn't know what was the problem with it, but I decided to remove that TCS decoder and put ESU Low Pilot, like I said. So now that problem is no longer there, and now it's working fine. So now I have these 3 Kato GP35s in consist. All these cars here behind that train, or behind those 3 engines, are from Atlas. I would say most of them are from Atlas. Maybe one of them is a different brand, but all of these are from Atlas. All these 50-footer, 50-footer, 50-footer. All of these are 50-footer box cars. Once you get to here, you get to the 60-footer auto cars. What do they call them? Auto carrier, something like that. Auto part carrier, yeah. And these are 60-footer auto part carriers, and these are from Atlas as well. I picked up all of these in a train show. I don't think I paid more than $10 for any of these here. I also did some weathering on them. Last time I had them on layout, they were nice and clean, so I overdid it on some of them, but it's alright. I'm okay with it. I'll probably do some touch-ups on some of them, but yeah, that's another thing that I did. Here's another Atlas that I picked up at that same train show. As you can see, it's clean and not weathered, new. I paid $12 for it. Don't think it was more than 15. I think it was like 12, because I picked up another Atlas car as well with that one from the same guy, and he gave me both for like $25, I think. So I was pretty pleased. That one right there is an old Athearn that I have had for many years. But everything else here in this train is Atlas. So let's see if I have anything else. And so here I have a steamer, a steam engine. As you guys can see, I usually do not run steam engines, but I have had this one. So this is a 280 Bachmann Spectrum. I also have a 482, also a Bachmann Spectrum. I purchased these, like, I'm thinking somewhere late 90s, early 2000s. So they've been sitting in a box for forever, for maybe 20 years or so. All this time I thought, well, they were DC. I would run them when I had a DC layout many years ago. I didn't know that they were DCC ready, since I look at the box and it doesn't mention that they are DCC ready or anything like that. So I decided that I was gonna hardwire one of these with a decoder, and to my surprise, they are DCC ready. So I just dropped in an 8-pin decoder, NC, no, actually it was a TCS decoder, and there now it's running on my layout. So I need to do that on the other Bachmann Spectrum, the 482. But this one, I mean, my layout is loosely based on the late 90s, early 2000s, like a short line. But I do have this train or steam engine that I run here as an excursion, and it has all of these excursion cars. Since I didn't have an engine to pull these, well, at least now I do, and I have all these 5 Bachmann excursion cars with it, and so now I'm running this one as an excursion. So I'm happy how I'm happy how this engine runs, and I'll probably have it running here soon. These are some engines that I picked up not long ago, and I know you guys haven't seen this one here. This one I did run it on one of my previous videos, but this one I know you guys haven't seen it run. It was used. I purchased it from eBay used. The truck here, the front truck, it's I had to replace the front truck because the one that originally came with, which is similar to that one, I believe that's like an older Blomberg truck. This one looks more like a newer Blomberg truck. I had to purchase it from Atlas because the older one, it was damaged. It would derail going through some of my sections of my track. So I replaced the truck in the front, and now it runs like a champ. So I'm happy with those 2 engines that I purchased. Here I have a Kato. Actually, it's a storage hobby. F7 or F3, don't remember. I think it was a F3, maybe F3. I have it here running around my layout because I have that middle car in the middle. It's a B unit, and I created that car to be my cleaning car. As you guys can see, the fuel tank is not really a fuel tank, but it's a piece of wood with a piece of clothing from an old t-shirt that I have. I found out that it's the best way that I can keep my track clean. It just keeps it so clean that I don't really have to worry about any dead rail or my engines dying on any part of my track. So I'm happy with how it turned out. A lot better than using the Bright Boy and or that Walder's box car that has like an abrasive, and it's just having a piece of cloth there wiping the top of the rail. It just makes a huge difference on the operation of my layout, and that to me is one of the biggest things, the performance of the engines. But yeah, I'm happy how it turned out, and it's a easy build. It's an old F unit that I found at that same train show that I went. I purchased that F unit for it's a plastic F unit, and I purchased it for about what, $3, maybe $5, because I purchased several. I purchased like a handful of them just because I wanted to try different ones, have different cleaning cars, and B units make a good car for a cleaning car. So yeah, it's just running around doing this thing and just cleaning my track. So I'm happy with how it turned out. Oh, and that engine, well, I was talking about that. Sorry, I was talking about that engine, the Kato engine. I also, it's a stored hobby, so with a Kato motor inside, and those do not come DCC ready or anything. So I had to place a decoder inside and hardwire it and stuff like that. And it had a TCS decoder not long ago, and it would overheat and it would stop every 30 seconds or a minute, and it was just frustrating to run this engine. So I decided to remove that, and I didn't even know what it was, but once I replaced that decoder with a ESU low pilot non-sound, that it did wonders for my engine. So now I don't have any problems or any issues with that engine. And I have two of those. I have two A units, and I have two B units. They're all of them are Southern Pacific. So the other B unit and the other A unit, I have it in my workbench, and I'm getting ready to put another decoder on it. So I could have those two A units with decoders, and on the B units, they do have a motor in them, but I removed the motor. I don't need to have all four engines with a decoder in them. So as long as I have the two A units with a decoder and the two B units as dummy, I'm good with that. But I do have the motor in case in the future I need to put it back and put a decoder on them. So, but yeah, I'm happy with how they turned out. So I turned off the AC. Now moving on to the lower level. Let me see. So this building that you see here, I put it I permanently installed it there, and so it'll be an industry, I don't know what yet, probably some maybe electronics or who knows. I was thinking that industry back there will be maybe furniture, this one electronics, and that one way over there, back there, probably like canned foods or stuff like that. But yeah, so this one, I placed the track down, nailed it down, and did a different layout for this section. You used to have a track going straight down, and it would go around, and it would connect, and there had a switch around there, and it would connect there. So now I decided to remove that switch there, place the switch right there. So now it's a shorter lead to this industry here. I think it's a Walder's machine shop or car shop, something like that, but yeah, I'll probably use it for something else. Let's see what else here. Okay, so over here I did that with plaster. Obviously still I need to paint it, still white, but I started with some scenery down here. I just cannot continue until I buy the what's it called, the hardboard that goes on the background. The one that we use for the fascia, the brown. I need the brown board. I think it's hardboard maybe. But I need to buy that first before I continue with the plaster in the mountains and stuff like that, because definitely gonna have to go through here. There'll be some hills, and here I need the background hardboard. I need it over there too. The retaining wall right there. I installed that first. It's a piece of wood that I had, a long strip of wood. I glued down those the uprights, the wooden upright sticks here. I glued those down there. Then I did this one. At first, like I said, that one was installed first, and I painted it with a brown, but a brown tone paint, but it was gloss paint, gloss finish, and I didn't really like how it came out, so I went over it with a matte finish. I didn't catch that when I did that, so, but I went over it with a matte finish, brown, and it turned out that way. And this one, I definitely painted it with a brown matte finish, and yeah, I'm happier with how this one turned out. I might end up doing the same thing to that one in the future. 20 minutes already. Wow. What else I have? I have this. Hey baby, what you doing?
I'm watching YouTube and playing Roblox.
Oh, okay. Say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, my daughter came to visit me, telling me about what?
About my Roblox and YouTube.
Okay, about Roblox and YouTube. Okay, so where were we? This here, I know I haven't posted this, but it's just foam that I had laying around, and I carved it and painted it, and
It looks so real.
you think so, Mamash?
Yeah, I mean, look at the detail.
Yeah, it's alright, looks alright, but all this is foam as well. I used hot wire to carve the arches, and that's the reason why I removed that the other switch that was here, because I was gonna install this, and eventually I'm gonna probably make one out of plastic or styrene and do something better, but for now it'll do.
So that's what it used to look like?
Yeah, Mama.
And now it looks like that?
Yes. So, don't think I have anything else that I need to show you guys. And I probably do, and I will probably forget. And then remember after I'm done with the video. But okay, so I had these in some of my train boxes. Just stored there, and I'll probably use them as a background building or something. Make something off of these. I have a bunch of them, to be honest, in some of my boxes back in there, somewhere in there. So that building, got it for like $8 on a train show. Anything else?
My cool dance moves.
Okay, well, we will finish this video with my daughter's cool dance move. All right, well, thank you for that, Mamash, and thank you everyone for watching. And I'm sorry that it took me this long to post another video, but like I said, it's just warm in here right now, so that's the reason why I haven't been doing anything much to my layout. So, but I will catch you guys later, and thank you everyone, and have a good one. Bye bye.